Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do the area of an oblique triangle. You already kind of know a lot about the area of a triangle, any triangle. Like if you had a triangle that looked something like the one over there on the left, and you were trying to do the area for it, okay, what you may remember doing is looking for the height of it, and then you had the base, and the area was 1/2 base times height, okay? And then if your triangle were a right triangle, like it is in the picture above it, then for this one, we could use A as the height, because that right angle makes that the height. And so we could just have 1/2 A times B. But this 1/2 base times height, this works for any triangle, whether it's acute, obtuse, or right. So it seems like we could just use that. But the issue is going to be that we won't be given the height. And so we'll have a picture, something like the example down here. Okay. So let me show you the versions. Oh, and when we were doing area back in the olden days, we could just use letter A because we didn't do things with the angles, but I should write out area so it doesn't get confused. All right, so when we do the area, 3 versions of the area formula over here, what we're going to do is learn that you can take the area is going to be 1/2, and you would take 2 sides, any 2 sides, and then do the sine of the angle between them, the included angle that's called. And then the 3 versions, you could do that using the other sides. You would just switch, maybe if you're doing A and C, 1/2 A and C, then it would be sine of the included angle. So if you used A and C, the included angle would be B. So you see how I can adjust to handle anything that I'm given. And if I'm given A and B, then it would be times the sine of C. And that's all multiplication in there. All right, well, I don't want to do a whole lot about the proof of it, but it's kind of easy to prove in a way. Why don't you focus on this last one for just a minute? Okay. All right, 1/2 AB. Actually, focus on the first one because it's right below the picture. That might be easier. Focus on this first one for just a minute. And, in the old way we did it, we needed the height. So the height, we could think of this as being the height, and then we could use C as being the base. And so what happens is this part right here, I'm going to do it in black. If we took the B multiplied by the sine of A, if we did B times the sine of A, that comes from the fact that the sine of A would equal this right here over B. That B sine A really is the height. And so the formula is equivalent to saying 1/2 base times height. Okay, if you're interested in that, you can think more about that. I'm just going to make sure you know how to use it here. Okay, so if we're trying to find the area of this triangle, we're just going to take the area equals 1/2 times the product of the 2 sides times the sine of the included angle. Okay, and so then we just type that in, and that'll give us the area of the triangle that quick. And if you had been working on other homeworks, make sure you're in degree mode. So the area turns out to be about 33.9. And if they'd given me units, I would have used those. So like if this were meters and that were meters, then this would be meters. Okay. All right. Actually, that's not true. I should meter squared, I meant to say. Then this would be meters squared because it's area. Okay. All right, and then watch the rounding. Sometimes they'll want that just rounded to the nearest whole. So if they did, that would be 34 meters squared. Okay. All right, and that's all there is to it, to finding the area of an oblique triangle. If you know 2 sides and the included angle, you can set it up pretty quick and find the area that fast.